let's get to some weekend picks, Bob. Um,
Okay.
Nothing too major TV-wise this week, but a couple new shows are catching my eye if you want some deep cuts here. The first is Joe Rogan Questions Everything on Sci-Fi. Joe Rogan is a comedian, podcaster, MMA commentator with a strong personality and a unique point of view. Are you familiar with Joe Rogan?
Yeah, I've listened to his podcast a few times. I don't follow him regularly, but I like his stuff in limited doses, I guess.
Yeah, so this one he'll be explaining, well, not explaining necessarily, but exploring paranormal phenomena and interrogating the evidence in a Joe Rogan style. First episode was on Bigfoot, unfortunately, I have to say, and the payoff was rather uninspiring. It was like, hey, we couldn't find him, but there is some stuff that can't really be easily explained. Like, oh, what a provocative, hard hitting conclusion there.
Wow.
Um, and I'm sort of interested in Joe Rogan as a person too, more than in the subject matter. But I'll watch at least a few of these. Hope they get sort of more interesting. And I know some people are huge Joe Rogan fans, and those people may not be aware of this show. Well, if you're a huge Joe Rogan fan, you probably are. But just in case, his show just started this week, so
Okay.
might want
All
to give it a
right.
shot. There's one other show that I'm really interested in. In fact, it's airing as we speak, right this instant.
Ooh,
The Writers' Room. Jim
ooh, that's.
Rash, Jim
Mm,
Rash, from Community and The Way Way Back.
yeah.
He interviews writers of TV shows. Breaking Bad is first up. I know Vince Gilligan and maybe another writer, and I think that I saw that Bryan Cranston was there. And they're just talking about how a TV show is made.
Wait,
Um,
what network?
Sundance Channel.
I don't know if I can get them on demand. I would totally be recording that now if I wasn't hearing about it at the same time. That sounds awesome.
Luckily Sundance Channel, since no one has it, they usually re-air their stuff on I think on AMC. I think AMC sometimes does, and usually they'll stream them too. So that you should be able to find a way to get it.
Okay.
And it seems promising, maybe tailored a bit toward TV geeks, but I'm pretty interested in it.
Me too, based on that premise. Sounds cool.
Have some little movies for us, Bob?
I do. There are a few movies opening this weekend which have caught my eye. I'm on the fence about this first one, Two Guns. It's Denzel Washington and Mark Wahlberg, who've both been in really good movies and have both been in really bad movies. So I don't know if it's gonna like be two positives as super positive or super negative,
All
or
right.
however that formula works. But two crooked undercover officers, one from the DEA and one from the okay, who cares? They're like two cops, but they're badasses and can get away with not playing by the rules, but they one up each other and it could be self-aware and fun and kind of gritty at the same time, or it could be like over the top and stupid. So I'm not sure, but it's on my radar and I might see it because it is a mainstream movie, and the other two picks I have are less mainstream and it might be harder to get to. Yeah.
So the one thing I heard about this movie is this was going to be the Vince Vaughn Owen Wilson comeback reunion thing, but somehow that fell through, and they decided the internship was going to be way better for their career.
What?
Oh, you hadn't heard this? No, this was originally slated for Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn to be their grand reunion after Wedding Crashers, but no.
Wow, that's like messing with my head because the way this movie's portrayed, it feels so tailored towards Denzel Washington and Mark Wahlberg. Maybe
They're
only after
probably
the.
they're probably upped the budget a little bit, especially Denzel, but also Mark Wahlberg. They probably justify a little bit higher budget than those other two guys.
Yeah, and a little more grittiness and like tough guy humor instead of like I feel like Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson would just be more slapstick or something, but
But go back and watch that preview and just imagine those two guys, and you can imagine those two guys,
you could. That would
especially
change.
like when they got each other in a headlock and like on three, let go. See, this is why I can't trust you.
Oh, that's true. That could work with either set. Okay, coming
Anyway, all right.
coming
What else
together.
you got?
So next up is Europa Report. This one I may give a go because it's on demand and in theaters kind of the same time. It's actually on demand earlier than theaters, which I love the experimentation of business models like this.
Hmm.
And this first sentence, wow, a unique blend of documentary, alternative history, and science fiction thriller. Wow, you had me at those three words together in one sentence. That sounds awesome. Now, maybe it's not that good, but it follows a contemporary mission to Jupiter's moon Europa to investigate the possible existence of alien life within our solar system. Blah blah blah, sci-fi movie. But I love it when sci-fi movies do the like, hey, this is almost reality, because District 9 did this, by the way, and I thought it
Hmm.
did it really well.
Yeah.
Kind of the pseudo documentary way of starting off the story and that sort of thing. So I'm hoping for something like that. And I think I'm going to watch it at home on demand before it's in theaters, just because that makes me feel special. And yeah, we'll
Right
see.
on. Now I have
The
one that I'm have my eye on. I wonder if this is going to be your last one.
It could be. It could be. This feels like a very Logan-esque movie. So, uh, The Spectacular Now.
Nah, that's it.
Okay, we got one. Ding, ding, ding. Maybe we'll both see this one or something. um, yeah, I'm mostly seeing this. I can't believe I'm having to like. I keep having to go back on that thing that I said about, coming of age movies being overdone, and I've seen too many, and they're whatever. This is another, coming of age movie of sorts, because it's a high school boy meets girl. But the thing that's got me interested in it is by the same people who did 500 Days of Summer, which I thought was a refreshing spin on the romantic comedy genre. That I really enjoyed that movie, so that's why I want to see it. How about you?
Yeah, I actually don't know a ton about it. I was just sort of perusing, and from the buzz I could catch, apparently, a lot of the people in this are on a lot of people's buzzworthy list, where they're on the verge of hitting it big. And if you have a few reasons to think it might be promising, then I might too. Maybe I'll end up seeing it. Have we
Yeah.
decided which our full review is going to be for next week yet? Still on
I
the.
don't know. I don't think we have. This could be the one if we both can find it, and if it's seems like we're both interested. So
All right. Well, stay tuned. We'll have to blast this on Facebook and Twitter when we finally decide, so you can all
yeah.
catch up for next week.
So you haven't seen 500 Days of Summer?
I have.
Oh, you have. Did you like it?
I think I did like it. I feel like it's been a few
Okay, it's been a
years. I mean,
while. Yeah. Uh,
as Joseph Gordon-Levitt, who I'm really excited for his new one, Don John.
that one looks pretty good too. I'm looking forward to it as well.
Uh,
Yeah. So those are all the movies this week. Yeah. Stay tuned, and we'll see which ones we watch.
all right. It's TV, it's movies, it's practically culture. Go forth and watch, people.